My name is Digvijay Singh.
And I'm Daniele. We both are PhD students at NTNU in Trondheim.
As young researchers in marine technology, our constant effort is towards exploring ideas so that the shipping industry can contribute directly in improving human lives using technology and innovative solutions.
Our idea is to propose the use of excess fresh water produced on ships to be packed or bottled on board and delivered to people suffering shortages of clean drinking water, thereby saving lives and delivering better health to society.
More than 600 million people still lack access to clean drinking water worldwide. The use of dirty, contaminated water results in the outbreak of waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid and hepatitis. About 500,000 people are estimated to die each year from diarrhea due to unsafe drinking water, out of which 60% are children aged under 5. Poor quality drinking water affects many, from people living in dry regions to those hit by natural disasters and even some living in industrialized areas. 1/4 of the world population is suffering from economic shortages due to poor infrastructure and lack of investments. Globally, there is a fleet of about 90,000 commercial ships sailing the oceans. Most of the medium to large-sized ocean-going vessels are equipped with a freshwater generator system which produces distilled water from seawater for ships' daily use. Technically, this system is designed to produce more fresh water than the ship's peak demand and daily needs. On an average, the daily need is roughly around 10 tons of fresh water per cargo ship during sailing, whereas the installed freshwater generator system is capable of producing in excess of 20 tons of fresh water per day. This additional capacity is not utilized generally. Shipping can contribute in solving the drinking water crisis by utilizing the additional freshwater production on board. The surplus water can be supplied to areas suffering drinking water shortages, especially near coastal regions and beyond. To accomplish this task, the excess fresh water can be stored on board in additionally installed tanks or in standard-sized bottles. The onboard storage solution can be designed to allow easy handling and offloading from ships at ports and then sent to the consumers. The key features of this solution are: the freshwater generator is a simple time-tested system that produces drinking water in ample quantities. Water produced from such a system is distilled quality and free from impurities and microbes. As most of the ships already have this system on board, no separate dedicated system needs to be installed. This solution requires an additional compact bottling plant and storage space. The weight and volume of the harvested water is negligible as compared to the ship's tonnage and does not compromise vessel's earnings. No additional training is required as ship staff is well versed with such systems. No additional energy is needed for distillation, as the system uses the engine's waste heat. Bottles and storage can be designed to use recycled plastic to reduce the environmental impact. Our preliminary estimates show that about 300 to 500 million liters of pure drinking water can be harvested globally from ships every day. This much water can serve the drinking needs of about 100 million people. Along with bottlenecks in supply chain, if we are able to utilize just 10% of the total potential, this can translate into supplying at least 10 million people globally with clean drinking water every day on the conservative scale.
The whole shipping industry can play a vital role as the key player in this task. Every ship can participate. The larger ones with additional water producing capacity will serve as the water sources, while the smaller sized vessels can contribute in the transportation of this water to a wider range of ports. IMO, ship owners, seafarers, flag state administrations, port states, shipyards and suppliers can work together to produce and deliver drinking water to ports globally. Other organizations like the UN, NGOs, charities, communities and local governments can work together with the shipping industry for efficient targeted delivery and distribution to the affected people by surface transportation. A coordinated effort by all the stakeholders can benefit communities effectively and address water crises to save human lives. The main goal of this solution is to target communities suffering shortages of clean drinking water. In particular, this water can be delivered to high-priority areas like drought hit and dry areas, places with contaminated water, areas hit by natural disasters such as tsunamis, earthquakes, floods, and hurricanes, refugee camps suffering drinking water shortages. Moreover, it can also serve places with a well-developed drinking water infrastructure to reduce the load on shore-based water purification facilities. Clean drinking water supply in droughts and calamity-hit areas can save lives by providing the basic commodity to the most vulnerable people at the right time. Clean drinking water reduces the risk of diseases caused by the consumption of contaminated water not fit for drinking, thereby helps to build a healthy society. With a properly arranged delivery system, communities suffering water shortages will save the time spent in fetching water from far-off places, increasing social productivity. In Africa, women spend about 40 billion hours a year walking for water and are responsible for 72% of the water collected in sub-Saharan Africa. With clean drinking water delivered to doorsteps, women and girls get their lives back and can improve their own future. This solution provides water with virtually no additional carbon emissions. It cuts down carbon emissions directly by reducing the energy needs of the shore-based water purification plants. Substantial additional emission cuts can be realized indirectly by delivering better public health, thereby reducing the resources spent on treating waterborne diseases. Since the produced water is virtually free of cost, the eventual monetary savings can be invested in other humanitarian projects. By using recyclable plastic bottles for water distributions, plastic recycle will be encouraged. In this respect, we have thought through a comprehensive plan taking into account the role of individual players.
We believe that our solution is easy to implement and able to make differences to the lives of millions of people in a sustainable, carbon-friendly and cost-effective manner.